Hello beautiful person, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Lonnie. It's been a while. It's been a while, but I'm happy to be back, and I'm back with a video about my country. Yay! I was initially excited about this video, but as I went on a deep dive about all the fun facts, I realized that they are good. They are like some juicy stuff, but then I realized that most of them were quite negative, especially for like a person who is from Zimbabwe. Those things are not just fun facts to me, they are a painful part of my life. So I couldn't view it in a way that, oh my god, it's fun facts, all right, but it hits different to me. And since I always prefer to keep positivity in my videos, in the same way that in the video about South Africa I didn't mention a lot of statistics about, you know, all these negative things, like well, I think I shouldn't mention them now, but I didn't mention a lot of the negative stuff that a lot of people talk about when they talk about South Africa and Johannesburg. So I would like to keep it that way for this video as well, but I promise I have some juicy stuff coming up, so you want to stay tuned. So let's get into it. Fun fact number one, I have my notes over here, so if you see me glancing over to the side, it's because I'm looking at my notes. Point number one, Zimbabwe is the country with the most official languages in the world. Now, I'm Zimbabwean and I did not even know this. I thought it was South Africa, but there it is. It is Zimbabwe. With a total of 16 official languages. I'm gonna look over to my notes to list them properly, because I would get lost if I just list them off the top of my head. Okay, so there's Chewa, Chibarwe, English, Kalanga, Khoisan, Nambia, Ndau, Ndebele, Shangani, Shona, Sign Language, Sutu, Donga, Tswana, Venda, and Xhosa. Now, I think that it's important to keep in mind that Zimbabwe is a figuratively small country, and you know, I, being Zimbabwean, have never met some people from some of these cultural groups, but they're there. They're just significantly small, and also some of these groups have neighboring country origins. For example, Xhosa people are from South Africa, Tswana people are from Botswana, and what else? Shangani people are from Mozambique. So I suppose if we go down the lane of history, there is so much that can explain this occurrence. But yeah, 16 languages, all for Zimbabwe. At least we're at the top of the list or something. Number two, you are definitely expecting this one. There's no way that I was gonna make a video about Zimbabwe and not mention Victoria Falls. It is a national treasure. I think that, you know, most of the things that we still have to be proud of in Zimbabwe are natural, and the Victoria Falls is at the top of that list. It is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, and it's considered one of the largest waterfalls in the world. Missionary and explorer David Livingstone was the first European person to see the Victoria Falls in 1855. It's beautiful. You should go visit. You totally should. I think I did when I was like 12. I should go. Since we're on the subject of landmarks with a lot of water, that lends us directly to point number 3, the Lake Kariba. The Lake Kariba is the world's largest man-made lake, and you know, I'm just thinking right now, at least this is something to be proud of. That is, you know, it's a national treasure that is actually man-made. Okay, that we actually still have to be proud of. Anyway, so it was built between 1958 and 1963. I hope I'm correct. If I'm not, I'm gonna put the right dates on the screen. Okay, so it was built between 1958 and 1963, and it actually has islands on it. This is something that I forgot to mention with the Victoria Falls as well. It's got islands on it. Now, I don't know how the water systems work. Like, I don't. I should probably do more research about these things because I have no idea. But I'm just thinking about, you know, there's so much water in the Victoria Falls and there's so much water in the Lake Kariba, but like water shortages are such like a regular occurrence in Zimbabwe. Well, at least they were when I was still living there. It could be different now. I realize how dumb I must sound right now, so I'm just gonna move on to point number. Now, here's an interesting point. There was a theory at some point about how the Great Zimbabwe was suspected to be the land of Ofir. Now, I'm not even sure that's how you pronounce it. So the land of Ofir is a land that's mentioned in the Bible where King Solomon is said to have received cargoes of gold and silver and pearls and all that shiny stuff. And you know, this theory was backing the fact that the Great Zimbabwe could have been that place. As much as I would have loved to make a song and dance about that right now, that theory was dismissed due to the fact that the Great Zimbabwe, it occurred thousands of years after King Solomon did, so there is a little to no chance that the Great Zimbabwe was the land of Ofir. So yeah, sad, but yeah, that was interesting. Point number 5. Now, this is something to be proud of. The literacy rate in Zimbabwe is one of the highest in Africa, thanks to the large investments into education since the independence. About 89% of adults in Zimbabwe are literate. Now, thank God that I got my education there. I don't think that I'll be the same person if I got the same person that I am today if I'd gotten my education somewhere else. I mean, I live in South Africa right now, and it's a great country in so many ways, but in comparison to Zim, I feel really happy and really blessed that I got my education in Zim. So yay, there's something to actually make a song and dance about. Point number 6. Now, this is kind of sad, but Zimbabwe was once a rich country, and as hard as that is to believe, it is totally true. Once it was even called the breadbasket of Africa, and I remember how cute it was having to recollect this, just wondering, learning about it actually in primary school, how Zimbabwe used to be the breadbasket of Africa. And you know, there was so much hope. You know, when I was in primary school, there was a little before things went really bad, but yeah, it used to be a rich country. It was the breadbasket of Africa, and now that title is being held by Uganda. Power to Uganda. Yeah, so this was up until the year 2000. That's where things turned around. Some of the causes of this occurrence are industrial mismanagement, corruption, food shortages, a collapsed currency. I would really like press my thumb on corruption, but what do I know? I actually don't have any facts, but yeah. Point number 7 is actually, it's surprisingly a little known fact, but the former president of Zimbabwe, R.G. Mugabe, was not the first president of Zimbabwe. In fact, the first president of Zimbabwe was Kenan Banana. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, he was a very interesting man. He served between 1980, after the independence, to 1987, while R.G. Mugabe was he was the prime minister at the time. In 1982, Canon Banana actually passed a law to prohibit Zimbabweans from making fun of his name. That is a high level of petty. I mean, also, I don't blame them, because I was, right now, while I'm talking, I have a couple of jokes that have to do with his name. So I think, you know, I would have really had a field trip if there wasn't a law. But also, thank God there was no social media at the time, because you couldn't tell social media what and what not to do. Now, that was not all. Even after he left the presidency, he still showed his I would love to say colorful self, but it's a yeah, no, you decide what you're gonna call it. In 1997, he was arrested in Zimbabwe for a charge of sodomy following a murder trial of one of his guards who killed another officer because he had made fun of him, calling him, I quote, "Banana's homosexual wife." If that's not drama, I do not know what you think drama is. But yeah. Yeah, he was an interesting person. Should I make those jokes? I mean, the law doesn't stand still, and he's passed on. Maybe it's a good idea. First things first, you people don't believe that mermaids are real. Okay, well, I'm Zimbabwean, and our point number 8 is that Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe rather it's a wild belief that mermaids are real. I mean, even Christians believe that. There are pastors who have been quoted talking about how people use mermaids for witchcraft. Now, we wouldn't use, I mean, did I say we? They. They wouldn't use mermaids for witchcraft if mermaids weren't real. But yeah, I mean, you guys, really? You don't think that mermaids are real? I mean, I hear people all the time saying that mermaids are not real. Oh, nobody has ever seen a mermaid. But I really just do feel like it's weird to have something big like that just be so popular. There's so many things around mermaids. I mean, for example, Haitians believe that mermaids are real too. There's so many stories. You know what? That's a story for another day. Let me just leave it there. But mermaids are real, and a lot of Zimbabweans believe that mermaids are real, and I'm one of those Zimbabweans. Okay. Point number 9. Bridge border post is the busiest border post in Southern Africa. It connects Zimbabwe and South Africa. Now, because of how bad the economy is, a lot of us move to South Africa because we are a little more welcome here than in other countries, and there are more opportunities. And one thing that foreigners in South Africa, may be Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, and Nigerians and all that, we are known for creating our own opportunities. If there isn't jobs or whatever, we create our own opportunities, and there is a platform to do that in South Africa. So I suppose that explains it. And again, once we get here, we support families that we left behind. We open small businesses over there, which means there's like just a lot of goods being sent over to the other side, and there's people going back and forth. So I think that explains a part about why the border post is so busy. I mean, every time I go home, it's yes. That. To end this on a high note that there was a lot of downers. I really tried to make this as positive, as light, and as fun as possible. So number 10, Zimbabwe is one of the best places to travel to in Africa, with the previously mentioned Victoria Falls, the Lake Kariba, and you know, there's diverse wildlife over there as well, and the safaris are just pretty amazing. So the next time you want to, and it's extremely safe. Actually, Zimbabwe is one of the safest places in Africa, probably in the world, but I'm gonna have to check my facts. But yeah, overall, I love my country, I love my people, I love me. I love me. Yeah. But yeah, I love my country, I love my people, and I'm going to hold out hope that one day my country is going to be restored to its former glory. Yeah, anyway, I don't feel like I'm as high-pitched as usual, and that's because it's 1 a.m. Oh, it's 2 a.m. now. My face is beat and I was just feeling good and I had to get this done. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much. I will see you on my next video, which is probably going to be a song. If you're watching this on a Wednesday, on Friday you should be expecting a song. Boop the like button, subscribe, comment, say something, say hi on the comments, say hey, I'm okay. I'm gonna stop talking. Bye.